Quickly take a look at the timeline now of this case. So what is the case's timelines, of course, been? Let's quickly take you through when this case was first reported and what has happened after that. So let's tell you first about what happened in April 2024. Remember, this was preceding the last Lok Sabha election results. This is, of course, Prajwal Revanna there, who of course has been a former MP as well, or rather of course has been a former candidate as well of the JDS. Large number of pen drives allegedly containing sex videos of Revanna started making the rounds in Hassan, the constituency where he was contesting from. Prajwal's election agent filed an FIR claiming that the videos were being circulated to tarnish his image before the elections. That was, of course, what his team was saying at that point of time in his defense. Polling for the Lok Sabha elections concluded on the 26th of April in 2024. Revanna, of course, left the country immediately after that, reportedly using a diplomatic passport. On the 27th of April 2024, the Karnataka government formed an SIT to probe these allegations leveled against the Devegowda family member. JDS then suspended Prajwal Revanna from their party after these allegations, of course, and after this probe began. On the 2nd of May 2024, former domestic worker at Prajwal's house filed a formal complaint alleging sexual harassment by both Prajwal as well as by his father Revanna as well. This happened on the 2nd of May 2024. On the 3rd of May then, the complainant was abducted only to be rescued from a farmhouse in Mysuru district in Karnataka. Clearly, of course, this is something again that shocked many. On the 4th of May 2024, Prajwal's father Revanna was arrested on charges of abduction, obviously, of the complainant. On the 7th of May 2024, Blue Corner notice was issued against Prajwal as he failed to appear before the SIT despite being summoned by them. On the 31st of May 2024, Prajwal returned to India. An all-women SIT team then took him immediately into custody. The SIT filed a charge sheet formally against Prajwal on the 8th of September 2024. The Supreme Court also rejected, meanwhile, Prajwal Revanna's bail plea, which was filed before the Apex Court. The court then began the trial formally on the 2nd of May 2025. The trials, of course, concluded on the 18th of July 2025. Remember, it was done, of course, by an MP MLA court, fast-tracking the case. Prajwal was convicted officially on the 1st of August 2025, that is, of course, yesterday, and the quantum of sentence was, of course, given, that was pronounced, and, of course, that's something that is going to happen very, very shortly. Rape cases, the charges, of course, against him include rape, sexual harassment, voyeurism, criminal intimidation, and destruction of evidence. He's, of course, been convicted of those counts. This is IPC section 376 part 2, rape by a person in a position of authority. Also, let's quickly tell you the other sections that have been slapped against him. IPC section 3162, that includes repeated rape of the same woman. Also section 354A of the IPC, that is sexual harassment. Section 354B also, that's assault or use of criminal force with an intent to disrobe. Voyeurism, that's section 354C in the IPC. 506, that's criminal intimidation, that's also been slapped against Revanna. Section 201, destruction or disappearance of evidence, has also been slapped against Prajwal. IT Act section 66C as well, violation of privacy by capturing, distributing intimate images without consent. So these, of course, are some of the charges which have been leveled against him. Let me quickly take that to Belly Thomas, who's live with us. Belly, just quickly taking our viewers there through the timeline of this case. Obviously, this was a case which started before the Lok Sabha elections, polling and results, and finally now is concluded with his conviction yesterday.
Absolutely, Uday. The FIR was registered in May 2024, and it was after that there was an SIT that was formed, and the police did a splendid job of collecting evidence and taking testimonies from the victim. They were very successful in that. And yesterday, while the conviction happened, also the prosecutors were highlighting about the evidence that the meticulous evidence that has been collected by the prosecution, which enabled this conviction, even though he was power and mighty. And there was around 26 witnesses that were examined, and around 180 documents were submitted by the prosecution. And there were all technical, digital, the DNA analysis report and FSL reports, which all have been actually submitted with the court as evidence. And the court took cognizance of all this, and before conviction, it had also asked for 2 more days to confirm on certain technical evidence, such as the Google locations and the tower locations of his mobile phone, after which the judge sat through and convicted him, is what we gather. So this is the magnitude of this particular case. And having said that, there are 3 other cases which are still on trial on the expelled MP Prajwal Revanna, of which 2 others are rape cases, and
yes.